The NBA is back. We have two games today, but the Knicks will start their season tomorrow, Wednesday night, against the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Garden. The last two matchups, Cleveland won, which was back in April of earlier this year.
Yep.
So I'm here with Jason. Jason,
Good morning or good afternoon.
it's good afternoon on my side, but good morning on your
Right.
side. Central time over there. So this game will be on televised on ESPN. Is at 7 o'clock. The Knicks, obviously, there's high expectations for them for this season, but I read something that, and this has nothing to do with a game against the Cavs, but it's against the Celtics on Friday, and that is that Coach Tom Thibodeau, in a way, it didn't surprise me because he did start with this team way before the Knicks, and according to reports, Jason, he met with the Boston Celtics and he basically helped them go over film in terms of, how they I can't even finish. Go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
No.
sure you read that,
Well,
but
yeah.
that made me
Probably
laugh. I'm sorry, that
right
made me
because
laugh.
he's a free agent, so he can be hired as a consultant. The New York sports team should hire me as a consultant, to be honest with you. But that's a whole nother argument for a whole nother day. But yeah, that doesn't surprise you. The Knicks are going to have. They got Mike Brown. He's going to try to up the tempo. You're going to see more, more flow in the game. You're going to probably see Malik Bridges hold the ball more, try to get him more easier shots because that's what he needed. And hopefully the Knicks will play better defense. They were not good against opponents shooting 3-pointers against them. They were horrendous. The offense tailed off near the end of the year. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as crisp as it was earlier. And they got Jordan Clarkson. He's a good player, bringing in 16 points a game for the guard. As he's probably going to come off the bench. So they got a couple of new additions. So I think the Knicks are going to pretty much want to play how they played last year, with a little bit more offense, a little bit more offensive flow, a little bit more offense from the second unit, and play better defense, and then take it from there. I think that's what we're going to see from the Knicks. Barring injuries, anything major, they should win 51, 52 games. I'm thinking against Cleveland. The Cavaliers were one of the top teams last year, the whole year. They got bounced in the playoffs, like many people predicted. So they have something to prove. Donovan Mitchell has something to prove. So I mean, they'll be good too. They're gonna have a big year too, the Cavaliers. If you go by the NBA odds to win the championship, the Knicks aren't first; they're fourth. It's Oklahoma, Cleveland, Denver, then the Knicks, and then I think the Rockets. But so Cleveland's ahead of the Knicks a little bit on the team that could win the NBA title this coming 2026 season.
I like the Jordan Clarkson addition. I feel that he could be a front runner for Six Man of the Year because when you have team success, that elevates your chances of winning the award. So he is one of my early picks for Six Man of the Year. I like what he brings to the table. He's a gamer, he's a competitor, so I feel like that was a good addition for the Knicks.
He
As
might
for
wind up as a starter. I can predict that too because I could see if the Knicks falter, if any of those other players falter, Bridges or whoever. I mean, I could see him actually starting for the Knicks later on in the season. But I know they want to play him off the bench, and that's where he's most effective. So that's what we'll probably see.
I'm expecting a lot more from Karl Anthony Towns this season because he is a very vital piece to this team. And the front court, the front court, they need to be more tougher. They need to be more grittier. And from what I saw from him in the postseason, I wasn't too thrilled. And you got to do something. Like I don't care if you play 10, 15 years in the league, you have to change something about your game. So
Right, I agree.
I'm really paying attention to him out of all people from this squad, but he needs to elevate. He has to.
Right. So something with that, I don't know if we brought up at the end of last season. I can't remember if we discussed it or not. Was early last season he hurt his thumb, and They said that he might have needed surgery, which might have ended his season last year early. I don't know if you remember. So he played hurt with the thumb for the whole season and into the playoffs. Now, again, he had a lot of games where he scored a lot of points. He still was one of the top scorers on the Knicks and in the NBA. So how much did it affect him? But he was hurting because after the season ended, he did get surgery or whatever they did to fix up the his thumb, and he had a minor surgery, and he's coming back healthy now. So maybe that'll help him be more consistent on offense. Maybe we'll get a little bit more better defense. He's not a great defensive player as it is. We knew that when they got him last season, but that may help him out. Hopefully, that'll help him out a lot this year. He won't, he don't have to worry about the thumb. He'll be able to shoot the ball more freely.
I don't know if I know that he's not good defensively, but again, there's always room for improvement. Like you have to figure out some way because Mitchell Robinson, although he's a way better defender, but given with the injury history, he's not durable enough. So
Right.
if you're a competitive, you're a leader, one of the top scorers on this team, you have to do a little bit more. So I feel like Karl Anthony Towns, that's going to be a challenge for him to elevate himself a little bit more on the defensive end.
Right. And if the Knicks are going to have a more tempo offense where they want to get more people and players involved, he may not get as many touches. He will, because there's always plenty of in a 4 quarter game. You always get the top guys will always get as many chances as possible. But I could see you know maybe they give him a little bit more rest, a minute or so more. That might help him too. Again, they could give him help on defense. They could switch out. They could play Mitchell Robinson. They could play both of them at the same time. The Knicks brought in. I wrote his name now because I want to say it right. Gershon Yabusele. He played. He scores 11 points a game. He's a forward. That's going to help them a lot. He's a good defender, a good defensive player also. So that'll all help the Knicks in the overall season. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt, or at least any major injuries. They already have some players hurt. The Josh Hart's a game time decision. Um, Karl Anthony Towns is a game time decision. I think they're all going to play though, but they were a little banged up in the preseason too, so they didn't get as many repetitions as they wanted. So they're going to have to work that in now at the beginning of the first month of the NBA season. A little bit more playing time together. That's what I mean on the court as a unit.
I know it's only game one out of 82 game
Right.
regular season, but who do you have for this game?
Well, okay.
Do you think it will be a high scoring game or low scoring game?
I think it'll be an average NBA game. I know the Knicks are a 2 point favorite. Last I checked, they're gonna have a lot of momentum. They'll be at home. But again, it takes time sometimes for the unit to gel. Like I don't know. I don't think that the Knicks are gonna just boom and they're gonna be spectacular right off the bat. So it'll be a close game. Um, I'm gonna pick the Knicks to win, but I could see Cleveland winning. I remember last year with all the hype the Knicks had, the Knicks went into Boston. I think they lost by like 30 points. Do you remember that? I was like, wow, what happened? Don't you remember? Like I'm almost positive they lost by 20 points or something crazy like that. So and then they calmed it down. They won. They might even lost the next game, the Knicks, but then they settled down and they played their game. But I'm gonna pick the Knicks for tomorrow night. A close game. Knicks by 2.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks on this one. I'll say 107 to 103.
107, 103? Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have to see how Mike Brown coaches the game. So there's a whole bunch of factors going in early in the season for the Knicks.
Yeah, we'll see how he'll make adjustments in this game. Oh yes, the Rangers finally scored against the Minnesota Wild. Even though they lost,
Yeah,
they scored finally.
they scored in the first minute, and then that's all we've seen for the rest of the game. Can't happen. They need more offense. You can't. I mean, and then the second goal that Minnesota wound up winning on, because I know they got an empty net, was controversy because they said the Rangers try to push, pass the puck up the boards, and they said it hit the Rangers stick. So the faceoff came back in the Rangers zone. The Wild won the faceoff and scored off that, and they held on to get a 2-1 win. But the Rangers need more scoring, that's for sure. They have to figure that out.
Right. Well, that concludes this pre Cavs versus Knicks. Um, I'll be sharing this most likely tomorrow around 11 in the morning Eastern time. So if anything, I'll let you know, Jason.
Okay,
Share it
yeah,
with
no
you the
worries.
link. But yeah, because I already have a lot of stuff already going on today.
Okay,
But
yeah, no, I know it's been busy.
definitely put this out tomorrow, way before game time.
Right, right.
But yeah, hopefully the Knicks will have a much better season this year. But again, it all comes down to
Well, they had a good
chemistry.
season.
It
Right,
all
they
come
had
it
a
all come it all comes down to durability. See if it will gel with Coach Brown because with him it could be like a hit or miss. He's a
right,
good coach, but he's a hit
right.
or miss sometimes.
That's
So
right.
we'll
No, that's
see.
true. That's not a yeah. No, that's I agree. I agree.